Hello, welcome to today's practice. Starting in hero pose if appropriate. So I am sitting on a block, sit on a block, stretching down the front of the legs, on top of the feet. You can use pillows or cushions underneath the bottom to lift up. If this does not feel comfortable, feel free to come to any comfortable seat. You can bring the soles of the feet together, take them a little bit further and sit as appropriate. So this is a really good stretch for the front of the thighs, but if not appropriate, any comfortable seat. Rooting down through the sit bones, lengthening through the crown of the head, lift and roll the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, center. Closing the eyes, turn the senses in. Root down through the sit bones, lengthen through every vertebrae of the spine. Feel like you're growing taller as you're sitting and simply breathing, slowing down the breath, bringing some control and some depth to the breath, paying attention to how the breath affects the body. It might be we can find a little bit more space by sending the breath into areas of the bodies that feel a little bit tense, a little bit tight. So actively start to use the breath as a tool. Wandering around the body and noticing where we need to activate the breath. Taking another full breath in and out. Open the eyes. Lift and roll the shoulders down the back. Little circular motions. Roll them back. And then roll them the opposite direction. Roll them forward. Really lift them up towards the ears and then roll. Final time, lift it up and roll. Take the hands, lift them overhead, and then interlace the fingertips together. So we're gripping the fingers and actively think about pulling them apart. So we have the hands overhead, but we're pulling the arms in opposite directions. Really activate the stretch. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Gaze over the left shoulder. Keep pulling the hands away. Really working those muscles. Exhale, release it down. Roll the shoulders. Feel the burn. Inhale, lift back up. Change the clasp of the hand. So if you had left hand on top, now the right hand. And again, actively pull the fingers away from each other. So with that clasp, pull the elbows in opposite directions. Keeping that breath strong and steady. It really kind of warms the shoulders up, maybe even into the elbows. Maybe just move the head from side to side, not building tension. And then release it down slowly. Lift and roll the shoulders. Starting with the right arm, circle up, palm inwards, exhale. Circle all the way behind, turn the palm out. Inhale again, lift forward, palm in. Exhale, turn the palm out, rotate all the way back. And again, lift forward with the inhale. Exhale, rotate, turn the palm out as you come back. Inhale, lift forward, keep the gaze forward. Exhale, take it back. And then move in the opposite direction. Rotate the hands. Exhale, coming forward. Switch the palms. Inhale, rotate palm out. Exhale, rotate palm in. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, coming forward. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, coming forward. Let's just release that arm down, lift and roll. And then same on the left side. Inhale, lift the hand forward, palm inwards. Exhale, palm turns out. Rotate the arm as far back as you can. Inhale, spin the hand forward, palm in. Exhale, turn the palm out, release it down. And again, circle up. Exhale, rotate back. Final time, circle up. Exhale, rotate back. And then switch round. Inhale, lift the palm out, palm facing out. And forward, palm facing in. Inhale, sweep it out, palm out. Exhale, palm inwards. Inhale again, circle the arm, big circles. Exhale, forward. Final time. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back. Now let's bring both hands in. Inhale, lift palms together. Exhale, sweep all the way back as far as you can. Inhale, coming forward with the hands. Exhale, rotating back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rotating back. Now let's switch it round. Lift the arms all the way up behind, coming forward with the exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up, feel the chest open. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward. Final time, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, forward. And then lift and roll the shoulders. Let's take a lateral side stretch. Right hand down to the floor, left arm, lift it up and stretch it across to the right. Take the gaze down to the floor, reaching through those left fingers and lift it back to center. Press the left hand down, draw the right arm across. Press down through both sit bones as you stretch and lift the right hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, gaze down to floor as you arc over a little bit more. Inhale, lift all the way up. Let's come forward now onto hands and knees. So lift it up, move the block to the side and setting up for cat-cow. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Index finger points forward. With the inhale, let's dip the belly. Lift the gaze up. Exhale, push the spine to ceiling. Take the gaze through the legs. And again, inhale, dip the belly gaze up. Exhale for cat pose, pushing the spine to ceiling, gazing through the legs or towards the navel. And again, final time. Breathe it in, dip the belly gaze up. Exhale, push that spine nice and high, round in the back. And then back to center. Now we're going to keep the hips stacked over the knees as we walk the hands forward as far as you can. Nice and slowly, reaching through the fingers, spread the hands nice and wide. Bringing the forehead down towards the floor, so we're stretching the back and into the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, we're going to lift the right hand, thread it under the left shoulder and bring the right cheek down towards the floor. Stretch through the left hand and push the left hip back, keeping that breath strong and steady. Feeling the stretch, notice where you feel the stretch. Send the breath into the area where you need to find a little bit more space. Final breath in and out. Press down strongly through the left hand, unthread the right hand, extend it forward. Other side, sending the left hand underneath right shoulder, bringing the side of the head down to the floor. And then extend through those right fingers, push the right hip back a little bit, square the hips, and soften down, breathing into this stretch. Again, notice where you feel the stretch. Lengthening through the shoulders, through the spine. Final breath in. And out. Slowly press down through that right hand, unthread the left arm, extend it forward. And then take it back into child's pose. Bottom to heels, forehead down. Keep on the fingertips, so we're keeping the stretch in the shoulders. Breathe it in. And out. Lifting the head, look forward. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift yourself back up to hands and knees. Strengthening the shoulders now, so we're going to move down onto the elbows. Elbows underneath shoulders, wrists in line with elbows. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Tuck the toes under, coming into dolphin pose. Press down through the elbows. Lift the knees off the floor and start to pedal out the legs. So dolphin, pedaling out. Instead of doing it on down dog, we're pressing through the elbows, lifting into the shoulders and pedaling out. Let's drop the knees down for a rest for a moment. Take it down towards child's pose. Lengthen, stretch out the arms, forehead down. And again, come forward. Rest down through the elbows, set up, spread the fingers wide, push into the elbows, tuck the toes, lift the knees off the floor again. Separate the feet hip width. Press the heels down towards the floor. So to add a little bit more fire, you may be able to walk the feet in. So you're pressing more weight down through the elbows, lifting into the shoulders. If you want to take it a little bit lighter, walk the feet back so we take some of the pressure out of the shoulders. So work at the level that suits. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. And feel free to pedal those legs out as well if you want to. Really press down into the elbows and lift into the shoulders. Look through the space between the legs. And then we're bringing the knees back down. Let's take it back into child's pose again, resting down. Forehead down to the floor. Breathing it in. And out. Inhale, lift back up again. Pressing into the elbows, wrist in line with the elbows. Fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes. Let's lift it back up, all the way up into dolphin. Separate those feet hip width. Pedal out the legs or keep it still. Press the heels down. Push down through the elbows, lift into the shoulders. Bring the feet together. If you can, lift the right leg, extend it up, keeping that breath strong and steady. One more breath in. Exhale, release it down. Let's take a break between the sides. Drop the knees down and take the bottom down. Lift the elbows off the floor and look forward to stretch the neck. Take the gaze over the right shoulder and then over the left shoulder. And then take the gaze forward, lift the head up. Exhale. Let's bring the elbows back down, making sure elbows press down, shoulders over elbows. Lift the sit bones up and back, setting up for dolphin again, bringing the feet together. Remember, you can walk the feet in more to make it harder, more weight into the shoulders, or you can take the feet back a little bit. Inhale, left leg sweeps all the way up. Stretch it up, keep the foot flexed. Press the right heel down towards the floor. Keep pressing down into the elbows and lifting into the shoulders. Breath is strong and steady. Exhale. Release that left leg down. Let's take the knees back down to the floor and take it into child's pose. Forehead down. Keep the elbows rested down. Breathing it in. And out. Inhale slowly. Lift it back up. Coming back into dolphin now. So tucking the toes. Lifting the knees off the floor. But now we're walking the feet back, move into forearm plank. So walking the feet back, shoulders over the elbows. Press down into the elbows. Push out through the heels of the feet. Keep the neck nice and long. You can drop the knees down here if you prefer, okay? Take some of the heat out of the posture, drop it down, or you can keep it active. Keep the knees lifted off the floor, push out through the heels. So take the variation that suits. We're going to be here for 2 more breaths. Neck is nice and long. Final breath in. Exhale, release the knees down. And then drop the belly down towards the floor, coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Feel like you're actively drawing the floor back towards you as you press the top of the feet down. So pressing the hips down, lifting the chest, keeping that breath nice and strong. Softening through the hips, but actively pressing through the top of the feet, dragging the floor back towards you, not actually moving, but that sensation. So really engaging the elbows, lifting to the shoulders. If you want to go a little bit further, so this is moving into more of a back bend, so be really careful. Inhale, lift into seal pose, straighten the arms. If this doesn't feel right as you're moving into it, come back down onto the elbows. If this feels too much, you can always walk the elbows forward. So moving it down, so less of a back bend. Take the variation that suits your body, keeping that breath strong and steady. 2 more breaths here. Look over each shoulder just to release the neck. And then lowering the elbows down. We're coming all the way down and extending the arms out in front. Coming for some shoulder stretches now. We're going to walk the hands to the opposite sides of the mat. So we cross at the elbows, right elbow on top of left, and we're walking as far as we can out through the side, stretching through the fingers. And then dropping the chin down or the forehead down onto the arm, resting here. Keep reaching through the fingers. And then slowly with the inhale, walk the hands forward. Let's change the cross of the hands. This time, left hand on top of right. Straighten the arms and start to walk the hands to opposite directions. Straighten the arms as much as you can, reaching the hands out to the side and then dropping the head down. Don't worry if the hands don't come very far around. Just keep them where you feel the stretch and allow the head to rest down. Just walk the hands further out if that feels comfortable in the stretch. Keeping that breath strong and steady. Allowing the head to rest down. Noticing where you feel the stretch, how you feel the stretch. 2 more breaths. Final breath in. And out. Slowly, let's walk the hands back. Bringing the forehead down to the floor. Extend the arms out to the side. Both arms out to the side. Okay. Then we're going to take the left hand, bring the left hand into the side, and we're going to use the left hand to push us onto the right side of our body. So we're rolling onto the right side, stacking the legs and bringing the head down. The right arm is behind. Okay, so we're getting a stretch into that bottom shoulder. Staying here, maybe creeping the hands in a little bit more. If you want to go deeper into this stretch, you can take the top leg and step that back foot behind. Okay. Notice if this changes the stretch at all. Be very careful because this can be a strong stretch. If you want to go deeper, you can bring that top arm and lift it over. So increasing the stretch, but just go as far as feels comfortable for your body. Absorbing that stretch in the right shoulder. Keeping that breath nice and strong. Softening through the face, maybe even closing the eyes, turning the senses in. And then slowly release it out. If the hand's lifted, bring it down to the floor. If the leg's lifted, stack it back on top of the bottom leg and then roll the hips down to the floor nice and slowly. Re-extend the left arm out and then we're coming over onto the other side. So bring the right arm in, press the right hand into the floor and roll onto the left side of the body. Okay? So stacking the feet on top, left hand down. Notice if this is enough of a stretch for you for that left shoulder. If you want to go deeper, take the top foot and step it behind. Notice what it does to the stretch. If you feel like you've gone too far, bring that leg back down. If you want to go deeper, maybe lift that left arm up and start to reach it behind. This will most probably increase that stretch in the bottom shoulder. Keeping that breath strong and steady. Resting the head down on the floor. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release the right hand back down. Release the right leg down. Bring the belly down towards the floor, nice and slowly. And then bring the hands together. Push up nice and slowly, all the way back to child's pose. Take it wide legs, so take the knees mat width, toes touching, and bring the forehead down. Taking a full breath in and out. And then slowly lift it back up nice and slowly. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center, look over the left shoulder. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Let's come onto our bottom. Extend the legs forward. And then slowly again here. We're just resting down with the hands behind. Okay? Separating the feet hip width. And moving into tabletop. So lifting the hips up. The hands can be either way. You can turn the hands out to the side, turn them the other way round. Just do what feels right for your body. Lift the hips all the way up. Roll the head back. Feel the shoulders opening up. Keeping that breath strong and steady. One more breath in. Exhale. Slowly release it down. Nice and slowly. Then we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Rest down onto the elbows. All the way down. And take fish pose now to open the front of the body. So we bring the hands underneath the bottom. Palms down. And then pull the arms into the body. Straighten the arms. Press into the elbows. Puff the chest up towards the ceiling. And you can stay here if you feel more comfortable looking forward. Keep it here. Or you can start to drop the head back. Maybe resting the top of the head down towards the floor. Fish pose. And stay here for a few rounds of breathing. Keeping that breath super strong. Final breath in. And out. Inhale, lift, bring the chin back to chest, release it down. Bring the hands out and hug the knees into the chest. Massage your lower back, rock it out from side to side. And then taking the insides of the feet, draw the knees down towards the armpits. Take a happy baby and rocking very slowly from side to side. Nice and slowly. And then releasing all the way down. Setting up for bridge pose, bringing the feet hip width, lifting the hips off the floor, and then interlacing the hands under the back. Walk the shoulder blades together, press into the elbows, into the shoulders, and lift the hips up. Keeping that breath super strong. Opening the shoulders a little bit more. Think about drawing the chest towards the chin, not the chin towards the chest. Final breath in. And out. Slowly release it down, nice and slowly. Give yourself a full body stretch, extend the legs, take the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms away. Push out through the palms and then press out through the right heel. And then release and then press out through the left heel. And release. Release the hands down. Let's take some breaths here in corpse pose. So take the feet mat width. Take the arms down by the sides. Breathing in nice and slowly. Exhale fully through the mouth. And again, breathe it in. And out. Breathe it in. And out. Continue now with the breath. With the mouth closed. Softening back to natural breath. Releasing the body into the ground. Softening through the parts of the body that connect with the floor. Softening the face. Taking a few more breaths here. And then fluttering the eyes open, slowly bring the knees in towards the chest. Hug the knees in. Massage your lower back, rock from side to side. And then either roll onto one side of the body and lift up, or hold behind the legs and rock all the way up. Cross the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a full breath in. Lift the arms overhead. As you exhale, spin the palms out and bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift the hands all the way back up. Exhale, turn the palms out, touch the fingers to the floor. Inhale, lift the air all the way up between the hands. Exhale, turn the palms out, fingers to floor. Hold the fingertips down, lengthen through the sit bones, broaden across the chest. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center, look over the left shoulder. Bring the hands to the chest. As you exhale, bow the forehead down towards the fingers. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. Namaste.